Alright, so what is good everyone? It's me back again for another video. It's been a while, we don't have any videos in the past 8 days. So this is gonna be our first video this week. So today I've got some another exciting news about the collaboration that is coming next to the Grand Summoners JP. And this time it's with an anime that I'll be honest with you guys, I am not really familiar with this anime, and it's called It's a Certain Magical Index. Yeah, now, even though I haven't seen a full series myself, this collab is looking great. And I've seen their animations, I've seen their kids, especially Toma. I'm really excited and super excited to be part of my team in the future. So, and of course, the hype from the community is also mixed feelings as of now, because someone says this anime is mid or this collaboration is mid, and someone says it's a good thing that this crossover is a new one or something like that. So it's real. So let's break it down what you can expect from their kids, whether you're a fan of the anime or just here for the unit. So I do also make some research about the anime because I haven't watched this anime. I'm not really familiar with the anime, so that I could bring you the best information that I could get. So let's go ahead and take a look with Kamijo Toma. I don't know if I read it perfectly or as pronounce it correctly. So it's Kamijo Toma, or let's call him Thomas for now. So he is the main protagonist, and apparently his right hand can cancel out any supernatural powers. And that's pretty wild in game. So we are gonna be expecting him to have some kind of nullifying or canceling mechanic, or maybe a perfect for breaking boss gimmicks or resisting debuffs. So let's take a look with Kazuma. Toma. Yeah, I should say Toma. So basically, he is a water unit and belongs to human race. So the skill deals 2300% water physical damage. So it increases his own arch gauge by 30. So after the start of the battle, the first use increases by additional 70. So that is a total of 100. So this skills is actually the same as Hajime's idol, if you are familiar. So let's go ahead and take a look with the art. So I believe that his art is where his true powers came. So art increases all allies arch gauge by 20, and with that protects all allies for 30 seconds, nullifies 25,000 damage taken, and reduce magic damage taken by 35%. And with that, adds 10,000 to the super arch damage multiplier each time the arch is activated, and it can be maxed up to 150,000%. So yeah, it's kind of a competitive of Shiro and Mia. So if you have Shiro, but Shiro is more on a physical nullification, and this Toma is more on a magic nullification. But overall, the advantage of this Toma is the uptime, because you don't have any abilities that he needed to activate it in order for you to get the 25,000 damage barriers. Unlike Shiro, he needs to activate his unlimited blade works in order to get the 30,000 damage barrier. But yeah, he has a good gimmick here. But let's take a look with the true arts. For the true art, 45,000% water elemental physical damage. So for 30 seconds, that was long duration actually, and all allies damage against fire, light, and dark attribute enemies is increased by 200%. So regarding with this one, so yeah, it buffed all allies damage to the enemy with a specific element. So whether if you are fighting with fire, light, and dark attributes enemies, then you will take advantage the 200% damage increase to those enemies. So nothing really special, it's just a damage buff for a specific enemy. So yeah, for the super art, and this one, it can be maxed up to 300%. So if you max the 150,000% from the arts, then you will get up to 300,000% water elemental physical damage. So with this, it increases own skill gauge by 100. It's a refund. So whenever you use the super art, you will be refunded about 100 arch gauge, which is kind of useful. And also it increases enemies damage taken by 100 for 20 seconds. So yeah, it is really looking good, but let's go ahead and take a look with the passive ability of the unit. So for the passive ability of the unit is once during battle, survive with 1 HP and cannot be dead or cannot be die for 5 seconds. So yeah, he has this kind of like Gerald mechanic. He is a taunt, so it's kind of useful in some cases, and increases own arch gauge by 100. In addition, increase own attack power by 100% for 25 seconds. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look with his shoe equipment. It's a 5-star physical equipment and it deals 6000% water physical damage. So when the user HP is 70% or more, for 10 seconds it increases own physical damage by 50%, and when the HP is below 70, recovers 30% of their HP. Unique passive ability when equipped by Toma reduces damage taken by 30% and arch gauge increase by 1 per second. So it cannot be duplicated, so you will not able to get the passive twice. So yeah, next up is Misaka Mikoto, aka Railgun. We got the Railgun here, guys. So she's got electric powers and looks like a high-speed DPS unit. So based on her anime rep, so I'm guessing she'll bring fast, flashy AoE lightning attacks, or probably one of the most anticipated units in the collab. I'm not gonna lie. So let's go ahead and take a look at this unit's kit. So Railgun is actually a light unit and belongs to human race. The skill is actually a pretty basic. It increases own arch gauge by 40, and arts deals 28,000% light magic damage and increase own attack power and skill speed by 100% for 1 minute or 60 seconds. So 2 art 70,000 light attribute magical damage. For 30 seconds, all stats of light units are increased by 50% and enemy critical resistance is reduced by 100%. So she might be like an attacker with a healing mechanic. I think stats up is actually one of the broken mechanic in the game, but let's go ahead and take a look with the super art. So the super art deals actually a massive damage of 200,000% light magical damage. So when the super art is activated, all magic equipment with more than half of its remaining cooldown can be used, and reduces enemies' light resistance by 150% for 25 seconds. So yeah, the mechanic of this unit is equipment manipulation. She can be a good partner with Liza, I believe so, but this kind of equipment manipulation is kind of mid for now for me, because there is no specific like in my opinion, there is no enemies that requires any equipment in order for you to defeat it, but maybe in the future they will release that, but I hope not, because she is just more on healer and equipment manipulations. That is for me, and probably maybe a sub attacker as well. So the passive ability of the unit is electric user. So when the user is not in state of abnormal status, and for 90 seconds from the start of the quiz, the arch gauge is increased by 3. She has her own arch gauge generation, so that only applies to her. So kind of so for me, and yeah, that is her unique passive ability. And let's go ahead and take a look with her equipment. Her equipment is 5-star magical. It deals 4,000 light magical damage. So enemy magic resistance reduced by 20% for 60 seconds, and it has a cooldown of 50 seconds. And the unique passive of this equipment is when equipped by Mikoto, the effect of this equipment is skill magic resistance down is doubled, and it's not stackable. It's kind of useless for her, because if this is stackable, then probably one of best in slot equipment, but it's not stackable, so it's kind of replaceable, so you can actually skip this equipment and use other equipment that can be stuck. So, alright, so even though a certain magical index isn't something I personally watch, I gotta say this collab looks fire, especially Toma. And the characters are stylish, the effects are top notch as well, and the unit seems super usable based on what I've seen so far, especially Toma. So let me know in the comments if you're a fan of the series, and of course tell me who you're planning to pull for. Are you team with Toma or are you a team of Railgun? So yeah, so what I can say about the two units so far, Toma is probably your best pick here. He can be useful for any content, of course, especially if you don't have Shiro, and he might be your best alternative for now. But but for Misaka Mikoto, I don't see any potential of her. I think she is just a sub attacker that deals a massive amount of damage and also can heal ally by increasing all team stats, but most likely for light attribute units, and that is what I can say about this unit. So yeah, that's it for now. And what can you say about this unit? Let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Later.